You drinking Kool-Aid to start your day?
That's not usually my problem. These days, my problem is very simple. It's trying to find a place in my house where I can masturbate without somebody bothering me. And that's really difficult. There's nowhere to go anymore. She's got her mother staying with us, too, in the guest room, and I'm on the streets now. I got nowhere to go. Like, now I know when I see a guy in the West Side Highway jerking off in plain daylight, that's not a homeless guy. That's a married man right there. He's got nowhere to go. Fuck it. Fuck you. Go ahead and look, man. I got nothing. What else am I going to do? It's not fair, man. I'm 37 and I own my home. I should be able to just stand in the living room. How you doing, honey? Good morning. But I can't. I gotta hide. I'm down in the cellar by the boiler like a troll down there. Just fucking miserable shit. That's what it's like. Masturbation doesn't bring much joy to guys. Women seem to like masturbating. They put flower petals on the pillow. They're like, oh, me, or whatever, you know. The guys are like, ah, shit. No, fucking, God damn it. Sometimes you find ecstasy, but it's followed by the deepest self-hate and depression you've ever felt. It's an amazing drop from way up here to this, like, oh, yeah, oh, what the fuck is wrong with me? God damn it.
My wife is sweet. Sometimes I feel like she doesn't even know me, though. I was on the road recently, and I couldn't sleep because I had anxiety. So I called her at home, and I was like, I'm having trouble sleeping. And she's so sweet. She was like, have you tried masturbating? I was like, that is adorable that you thought that I hadn't thought to masturbate. I'm like, no, I thought of masturbating. I thought of masturbating way before I thought of calling you. That was several activities ago. And I don't mean that offensively. That's the first thing I think of when anything goes wrong. We lose power in my house. I'm like, let me masturbate real quick. I feel like that might spring something loose. I lose my phone. My friend's like, want me to call? And I'm like, let me jerk off. I think that I might remember.
Yeah, I'm not that good at rough sex. I think it's because I love my mom too much. She called me recently. She's like, hey, how's your love life going? It's like, not great because of all the support you showed me as a child. Would it have killed you to miss a football practice every once in a while? I have no resentment towards women. I can barely choke this girl, Mom. You're embarrassing me right now. No, I'll choke you, though. Don't worry. I will. No problem. It's not my favorite, but it's fine. Some people, though, they love it, right? Some people, that's how they have morning sex. That is crazy to me, right? There's birds chirping outside. You're smelling pancakes from next door. You're just like, ah! Come on, man. There's a fresh morning dew outside. Children are going to school right now. Let the Price is Right come on first. Show some decorum. Even dirty talk, you know? I feel like you're doing me a really nice favor having sex with me. I don't want to say a bunch of rude things to you, right? That's not how you treat a bud doing a favor, right? Your friend helps you move. You're not like, yeah, get that ottoman, you little slut. Just putting my fingers in my friend Jeff's mouth. Pick up the credenza, Jeffy. Tuh, you little mover. Here's another move somebody asked me to pull. Was one of these. It was just a choke finger combo. You know, just like a real... Is that still sex, you guys? I gotta be honest, it didn't feel like sex. It felt like gynecology in the 1400s, you know? Like, it felt like I was punishing a witch more than anything. It felt like we caught her learning how to read. For the crime of female literacy. Little pilgrim hat. If she squirts, she's a witch.
And then I lost my virginity in a closet, and I know it was too early because I still had a retainer and had to be like, hold on. You know, like, I don't want to get in trouble with my parents. Don't want to lose these, you know? You know, it's too early when you still have a fucking retainer. And we were really nervous beforehand because, you know, the first time you have sex, you're like, oh my God, we're gonna fuck. You know, it's like that crazy feeling. And so we chugged a bunch of pina coladas, like, look. And then we later found out no alcohol in them. It was just pina colada mix. Yeah. I smell it and I still get horny for Jonathan Taylor Thomas. JTT squirt.
You can't see a video first. That would be terrifying, right? Like if you saw the porn you were watching on the way here when you were 7, you'd be like, oh my God, they hate each other. It's a very judgmental noise of what he's watching. There's a process to it. It can't be a video. You see your own body first. You have questions. Then you have a terrifying experience in the locker room at a public swimming pool. You see someone's body who's supposed to look like yours, but they're being attacked by an animal. And then it's a picture. It's a health book. I don't know, a naughty magazine that you found. I don't know what it was for you. I know what it was for me. I used to go through my parents' shit all the time. They had a photo book that was 70s celebrities' favorite sex positions. My parents are freaks. I found it in 1998, so it was a little inaccurate hair-wise, but terrifying. Have you never seen it before? I was like, my parents did this? They're filthy fucking animals. So I'm furious, but I can't let them know because then they know I was going through their stuff. So I'm just mad in the kitchen. My mom's like, what do you want for dinner? I don't know, not Tom Selleck's favorite. I have never eaten that. It's fun because you get to decide what Tom Selleck's favorite is.
Sex doesn't make anything any easier. Even only makes it more complicated. Women have 2 types of orgasms, the actual ones and the ones that they make up on their own. And I can give you the male point of view on this, which is we're fine with it. You do whatever the hell it is you gotta do. To a man, sex is like a car accident anyway, and determining a female orgasm is like being asked, what did you see after the car went out of control? Well, I remember I heard a lot of screeching noises. I was facing the wrong way at one point, and in the end, my body was thrown clear.
I didn't get a lot of lessons from my dad, I'll be honest. He didn't teach me a lot of stuff. I didn't get a sex talk, even, you know? The closest I got to a sex talk was one time we were in Greece, and he was watching pornography, just in the living room, not in his chambers, right? And it's a James Bond themed porno, and when James Bond starts getting sucked off, my dad looks at me, he's like, well, fucking and that was my sex talk, just watching a British man get head with my father.
Let's talk about sex now. What do you say, huh? Yeah? You have the balls for it? Well, strap them on. Sex, that's what it's about. You ever go to a sex store? Okay, I'm the only one keeping that $1 billion a year business going? All right. What is this, a bingo parlor? What's going on here? I went to a sex store and I was drunk. Never do that. I took one of those strap-on dildos. I put it on my head, started chasing people like a rhino. Oh, God. Oh, my God. No. Everyone was laughing, except for the guy in the kilt. I don't know what happened, but I'm sorry. They got blow-up women in there, you know that? A guy gave me a blow-up woman, you know, and at first I was kind of insulted till he left. Then I was excited. I only blow her up halfway and pretend I'm fucking a model. Yeah. They also have blow-up sheep in there. Can you believe that? Blow-up sheep. That means people have sex with animals. Can you believe that? I was reading about this guy who was arrested for having sex with a cow. Can you believe that? Yeah. And they spelled my name wrong. No. A guy was having sex with a cow and he was arrested. You know how he got caught? He was bragging to his friends. Would you ever brag about fucking a cow? Hey, that girl's pretty hot, but not as hot as that Black Angus down on Mr. Frank's farm, huh? You-hoo! Woo!
So it's easier. We can all acknowledge that. But that doesn't mean that we don't want to make you come. We do want to make you come, and we feel pathetic if we don't make you come. And here's the most fucked up part of it all. We never know if you actually do come. Right? There's no sign. It's not like your titties light up or nothing. There's nothing. Right? The closest we have is sometimes during sex, you be looking all beautiful, and then out of nowhere, you just go, I don't know what the fuck that shit is, but if you turn into Big Ed from 90 Day Fiancé out of nowhere, you just... I'm trying to stuff as much dick in you as I possibly can. Okay, I squeeze my butt cheeks. I pump and squeeze. I think I got extra centimeter dick in my butt cheeks. I ain't gonna lie. I squeeze my butt cheeks, I might pop your head right out your fucking shoulders. Fuck around with me when I squeeze my butt cheeks. We just want validation too, okay? And since we never know if you orgasm, we gotta settle for the side effects of sex, all right? That's why we're into the weird shit. You queef, we get excited. Okay, that same exact sound comes out of your butthole, repulsed for 48 hours. How could you destroy the fabric of our relationship by farting in front of me like that? That's disgusting. That sound comes out of your pussy after sex, I got my hand to my ear like Hulk Hogan, like, let her rip, baby! I'm waiting for it. When my girl gets off the bed after sex, I'm waiting for that propeller to start spinning. She takes 2 steps and just... Oh, babe, you taking a flight? You going to the Bahamas or something? I know you're not going to the Virgin Islands after what I did to you. It's the same thing with squirting. We know it's pee, ladies. We're not stupid. Obviously it's pee. You don't have water balloons inside you. But here's the thing, we don't give a fuck. Because we made you pee. We love it. We talking shit. Look at your sheets. You see how stupid your sheets look? Ha! I got crop circles on your fucking sheets. You see that shit? I might not make you come. I'll make you do laundry. That's a fact. I do a load, you do a load. That's how things work around here.
Whatever happened to romance, huh? Is romance a dirty word? If it is, then suck my dick. I mean, really. I'm very sensitive. Yes, I am. I'll tell you how sensitive I am. I can go from laughing to crying in just one kick to the face. I'm sensitive, everyone. That is very sensitive. How about your first time? You never forget your first time, huh? Don't you ever wish you could have sex with the first person you ever had sex with again, just to show them how good you got at it? I mean, really. Hey, made it past your thigh. Prom night, do-do-do-do-do-do-do. How about that song you lose your virginity to, huh? That's a special song, and it better be a good one or else it'll haunt you. I have the worst one. No, I can top anybody. Ba 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 da 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 da. Oh, I can still feel her beard. Well.
I'm in therapy now with an old Jewish man who I sometimes jerk off to. I wish I didn't, but I do. I have intrusive thoughts. I can't help it. I can't. Are you able to control your spank bank? Do you have a lock on that thing? I do not. And then I was like, I'm gonna get into porn, because that'll help, right? I'll stop having my dad walk in at the finish line, you know? Keep him out of here for the both of us. But then I just started going down horrifying porn holes. Are you guys looking up problematic porn? Nobody tells me. I ask my friends, I'm like, are you guys looking up, you ladies looking up problematic porn? They're like, all porn is problematic, Jordan, all of it's problematic. I was like, no, that's not what I'm talking about. One of my friends goes, she goes, you know what porn would make me come? Really make me come the hardest is if there was a porn where the man was just apologizing to the woman. I was like, I am literally out here Googling angry grandpa seeks revenge, okay? Help me. I am in the worst shit. I I keep looking up, you know what I like? Okay, well, backstory. So a few years ago, I had sex with my stepbrother. We're not related by blood. We're not related by blood. Blah, 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 blah. My mom married his mom. They're lesbians. That's worse. At least we're going to heaven, right? Hello. When your moms are fucking sucking each other's muffs in the other room, you're like, this is a pervert house. This is a pervert house. All bets are off. We're fucking, dude. I don't know what you got. You leaving that. Your parents would leave making eye contact, you know, holding hands. They would leave with wet lips. You're like, oh, don't touch the cabinets. Gross. Dude, I've been getting so into incest porn because of this shit. Although, I want the porn stars to look more alike. I want them to look related. Game of Thrones really did me justice on that one. Have you watched it? Have you tried incest porn? It sucks. The woman comes in and she's like, I can't wait to be home alone with my brother. And then he walks in and he's like, hola, it's me, your brother. And you're like, bullshit. I can't come if this guy's adopted. What are we doing? Anyway, I don't know why we're talking about that.
I like all those things. I don't watch porn though, which nobody believes ever. No, you're saying no right off the bat. It's very hurtful. I tell people, like, I don't really watch porn. They're like, no, you do. And I'm like, all right. I was telling my buddy, he's like a religious guy. He's like a spiritual fellow. I think of him like as a good guy. So I was like, I don't really watch porn. He was like, that's stupid. I'll send you some shit. And I was like, oh, that's okay. That's not what I was going for. It's not because not for like a moral reason, by the way. I'm not better than you. Like, I'm a piece of shit. They don't have what I'm looking for in porn. Like my friend was like, they have literally anything you can imagine. And I was like, they actually don't. You know why? Because I can imagine myself having sex. That's what I'm into. That's my thing. I like me having sex. That's my fetish. And there's no porn with me in it. You can search all day. You're not going to find any Joe List porn. You type in Joe List has sex with a cast of friends, nothing comes up. But look at this. I can just imagine it. I'm blowing Chandler right now. I can do whatever I want. Occasionally what I'll do, I'll try to find a porn that has a guy in it who looks like me to kind of like root for. You know what I mean? Like a video game where you create your own character. It's hard to do though. There's not a lot of guys that look like me in porn. There are, but it's not going great for them. If you see a guy that looks like me in porn, he's tied up and someone's fucking his wife right in front of him. That's the look. That's my porn look. I'm like, hey, that guy looks like me. I hit play, and he's like, honey, no. They're putting lipstick on him and a shoe in his asshole, and I'm like, hey, what the hell? Get that off of me. I don't like that.
There's a rumor, just so you know, there's a rumor that Jews have sex through a hole in a sheet. And it's not true. But it's not true. So it comes from some racists made it up a long time ago. I'll tell you where it comes from. Jews have this like sort of prayer poncho thing called tzitzit. It goes under, it's like a t-shirt, but it's like made like a poncho. It's like on no sides, and it's got these white tassels. Sometimes you'll see that white tassels coming out of it at the bottom. They're called tzitzit. And the white tassels are for like, in times of trouble, we would tie razors to the end of that. Create a fucking bubble of safety. But anyway, I guess some lady was like washing the family's tzitzit and she was hanging them up to dry, and some racist walked by. And dude, say what you want about racists. They're not the best people in the world, but they are very creative. Some of them walked by and they saw one hanging up and they were like, I bet they fucked through that. And it just wasn't even a bad thing. The hole is like that big. So I'm like, yeah, spread that. But then it changed, it morphed. The rumor morphed into like a regular bedspread with a little hole cut in the middle of it. And here's how strong the rumor was. I thought it was true. Up until legitimately 2 years ago. So I guess they thought like a woman supposed to lie down naked, and you cover her up with a sheet like she's dead, you know, and you line the hole up like right over her vagina, and then you gotta get in there, you know, and like through the hole. You guys remember the game Operation? Yeah, it's just like that. But instead of using tweezers, use that sweet D. And you just fucking... Yeah, I think, actually, I don't know. It might be that way. It might be another way. It might be that the guy holds a sheet, like, over him. You know, just puts it over that and just has his dick out of the hole. like a walking glory hole. Just the dick. I'm like, ghost dick. Booner. I don't know. I always thought it was the former, but it might be the latter. Yeah. Oh, sorry. For the non-Jews, for the goys. Former and latter means first and second.
I like being married, though. I do. I really like it. I seriously do. We were having sex, my wife and I, a couple of weeks ago, which is amazing that we did that because we never have sex. Never. Because we have a baby, and our baby's a fucking asshole and won't let us have sex. Oh, fuck, that kid's a jerk, man. Seriously. Every time she's got some urgent shit in her room. Papa, come in here. I meant now. Okay, I go in there. What's up? I need a pair of pants to put on my pony. Wow, holy shit. I'm trying to fuck your mom in there. Would you give me a break? Can a guy fuck your mom for a minute? There is no sex, man. I had no idea that marriage just means no sex. No, none, fucking none. I have friends that are thinking of getting married, and they say funny shit like, hey, you know, I don't know if I could do it, because I don't know if I could have sex with one woman for the rest of my life. I'm like, don't worry about that shit. You're going to have sex with 0 women for the rest of your life. That's a lot less than one woman. Who the fuck do you think you are? Where'd you get that fantasy? I'd love to have sex with one woman for the rest of my life. Any one woman. Big, fat, dead lady with a beard, I'd fuck her every day. I'd be proud to have her.
Just painting a picture how innocent I was in high school. Just anything sexual would just go right over my head. And by the way, I wasn't homeschooled. That was a joke. So this is me in public high school. Anything sexual. This gesture, I don't know if you know it. Just locking eyes with a lot of you right now. I thought this was rolling the dice for a game of Monopoly. This one, I was like, oh, they're out of toilet paper. They have to refill the roll. And my favorite shirt in high school was from Abercrombie & Fitch. Great store, but don't watch the documentary if you're still a fan. Anyways, on the front, in just perhaps the biggest font ever, was the number 69. And why my mom purchased the shirt for me, I don't know. It's cruel. She knew what it meant. I was walking around just thinking I was celebrating the year we went to the mound. It is the year. It was a great year for America. But I would get so much attention when I'd wear the shirt. All these popular guys would look at me and make a peace sign and stick their tongue out like. I would do it back. I thought it was a fun handshake. I was like, oh, that's so fun. That's so Raven, you know?
We love y'all, okay? And we want to make you happy. I think most guys want to make you happy, especially sexually. There's this rumor like we don't care about satisfying you. That's not true at all. we feel pathetic if we don't satisfy you. That shit is just mad difficult. If we're gonna keep it a buck, it's tricky, yo. The clit, I don't know exactly where it is. I still do Ash Wednesday every time I'm down there, dog. Right? Like, longitude, latitude, you bump into it. Father, Son, Holy Ghost, Father, Son, Holy Ghost. You do that enough times, you get baptized. Pussies are tricky. Nobody ever stared down the barrel of a pussy and was like, that's how I would have designed it, just like that. 2 lips, why stop at 2? 4, double down. Double down on 2, always. Add a hood. I want that pussy looking emo. I want that pussy looking like a school shooter. Because once a month, it's a massacre down there. There's a lot of things you ladies have harder in life, but satisfying the opposite sex is not one of them. Let's be honest, it's easy to make a dude come. You agree, right? That's not an accomplishment. It is easy. We have pre-cum. That means before we come, we come. We're never not coming. We turn 13, just leak for the rest of our lives. You don't ever have to ask us, ladies. Like, sometimes girls are like, did you come already? 4 hours ago, sweetheart. Okay? You touched my knee at dinner, a few of my sperm were like, fuck it, I'm out of here! You just didn't notice, because pre-cum doesn't shoot out. It just climbs to the top and then chills there like it's in a jacuzzi at a ski resort. I'm not getting out with a towel, bro. It looks fucking freezing out there. It's just easier. It has to be easier. I'll be honest, I never sucked dick, but I could do it. I know that, I could do it. It's positive feedback built into the dick, okay? You sucking a dick good, hard. Sucking a dick bad, shoelace. You could be the best at eating pussy in the world or the worst at eating pussy in the world. Pussy still stares at you like Stephen Hawking.
Let's start with women. Women in Orthodox Judaism are second-class citizens, for sure. Yeah, you're not a full part of the religion. But, by the way, I can feel you turning on me. I didn't make any of this up, okay? Don't blame me. I do agree with all of it, but I did not make any of this up. It's better than a lot of religions. Like, you can't beat your wife in Judaism, but if you do beat your wife, they'll be like, don't do that. You're just not really a full part of the religion. Like, if this is a synagogue, it'd be all the men down here, and the women would be up there behind a fence, like in the balcony, looking at us participating. Like, what are you guys doing back there? We're like, shut up. We'll talk to you later. So there's all these laws associated with being a woman, especially a married woman. If you're a married woman in Judaism and you're on your period, you're considered unclean. Yeah, which that's actually. I mean, I have a problem with that spiritually, but physically, that's actually a very nice way of describing what's actually happening. Unclean is fine. I mean, like, legitimately, if I put 2 giant buckets on the stage, and one giant bucket said, clean vaginas, and the other giant bucket said, unclean vaginas, and then I handed each of you a bleeding vagina, and I said, put that anywhere. Which bucket do we all know would be overflowing with vaginas? So you're unclean until you stop having your period, then you have to have 7 days of no blood, and then you gotta go to a ritual bath called a mikvah, and then you're considered clean again. And it's 7 days of no blood in a row. That means if you get spotting 2 days out, fucking, yeah, clock starts over, bitches. Yeah, it's like microwave popcorn. It's gotta be the full 3 seconds, or it does not count. You know, it's like pop, 1, 2, pop, 1, pop, 1, pop, 1, pop, 1, pop, 1, 2, pop, 1, pop, 1, pop, 1, pop, 1, pop, pop, 1, 2, pop, 1, 2, 3, yes. All burned. That's your vaginas in Judaism, just so you know. It's the microwave popcorn of body parts. And while you're unclean, you can't touch your husband. And your husband can't touch you. Oh, yeah. You can't even sleep next to each other. You gotta go sleep in the corner, like the bleeding whore that you are. It's every month with you. So this law, it's called NIDA. This is the reason. Sociologically, this is the reason that Orthodox Jews have large families. It's not only so you can fill up our minivans. There's another reason for it. It boils down to this. How long do periods last? What do periods go for these days? 5 days. Okay. She's heavily disagreeing with you in the back. So what do you think it is? 7, said the mansplainer? All right, let's split the difference. 5 to 7. I thought that was gonna be a woman saying the answer to that, but 7, I know. 5 to 7 days, I believe she said. Plus 7 days of no blood. That's 12 to 14 days, okay? Plus another day or two to go to the ritual bath, to go to the mikveh. They're not like 24-hour fitness. You know, they're only in certain spots. So now we're talking about right around 13 to 15 days after you start your period is the first time you're allowed to touch your husband. It's also when you are the most fertile in your cycle. Your ovaries are right at the bottom of your pussy. And you haven't touched your husband in 2 weeks, and he hasn't touched you. You're both super horny, and right then, God's like, go. I mean, there's no chance, dude. There's no chance. Imagine the husband's home washing dishes, cum's coming out of his ears. Fucking hate this religion so much. Should've been a Buddhist. Buddhists fuck all the time. All the kids like, Daddy, you need to shut the fuck up. Daddy's not in the mood right now. God, I fucking hate this shit. You can beat your kids in Judaism, just so you know. That is allowed. You can't beat your wife, but you can beat your children. And right then, the woman walks through the door, you know, the guy's all cranky, just fucking pent up. He's just like, where have you been? And she's like, ritual bath. And he's like, oh, yeah? Why don't you go get that sheet with the hole in it?